Welcome to the Woman in Power Conversation with the President. My name is June Beland, founder, president, and CEO of the Women's Chamber of Commerce. Each week we have conversations with our members, corporate partners, community partners, board members, young professionals, and entrepreneurs of tomorrow. Today, our guest is Laura and Kevin Fairchild. They are the StorageWest facility managers, trainers, and now community relations team. Plus, they are the directors of our Ambassador A-Team. Welcome to Laura and Kevin. Hi, guys.
Hi. Nice to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. We've been down this road before.
I think so, a time or two.
Kevin, let's start off with you. What is the actual job description, and what is the actual day in life of Laura and Kevin?
The normal day of life, it varies from day to day. And we're out working with the community the whole time. We're really pushing our brand, and that's why we're also known as brand managers now, is we get our name out there to where somebody thinks of the word storage, they don't think of anybody but StorageWest. So we go to the chambers, we work with the realtors, we work with anybody and everybody that has people that might need storage. And that's where we keep our brand out there. A couple years ago, when our company came to town, they did talk to several companies, yes, and the chambers, such as they came to talk to you, and everybody had the same answer, is StorageWest. If somebody asks you about storage, it's StorageWest, or it's Kevin and Laura, which they really like StorageWest better than.
Well, you have a brand now, Laura and Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah. And Laura, what other community, I know this is going to be a long one. What other community committees do you belong to? What do you exactly do in the community? I know what you do for us, and you're going to explain that. But exactly, you are out there with almost every organization imaginable.
A lot of them, I should say. Just there's a whole lot of them. Of course, we're your ambassador directors with the Women's Chamber of Commerce, and we head up the ambassador team, and we help out with all of your different events, that type of thing. We're MCs for a lot of the different, like the Power Breakfast series that we do every other month with Women's Chamber. With the Henderson Chamber, I'm the ambassador chairwoman for the Henderson Chamber of Commerce. That goes for 2 years, this year and next year. And then the Asian Chamber, I'm the ambassador chair for the Asian Chamber. We're also on the membership committee, and Kevin handles the ribbon cutting committee. So whenever we have a ribbon cutting, he's always there making sure we've got everything done, that type of stuff. With the Latin Chamber, we are Amigo ambassadors. We are also part of the Military Affairs Committee with the Metro Chamber, and we do some stuff with the Urban Chamber. We are very heavily involved with the Infinity Business Networking Group, or inblv.com, you can look them up there. We belong to Social Register. The list goes on and on and on. But one of the things that we do is the last Tuesday of every month, we have our own event that Kevin and I came up with. It's our Just Connecting event, and it's really fun. Sometimes we have a speaker, sometimes we don't, but it's just a way, it doesn't cost anything. We invite the public, the businesses to come in, bring their business cards, that's all they have to bring with them, and then we have it's like a speed networking event. So people are connecting with each other, getting to know somebody else, and it's free. That's what I like. It's at GameWorks the last Tuesday of every month, and it's just trying to help the community connect so that everybody can exceed in their businesses. So that's kind of like what we do.
Now, in
a nutshell.
Now, when you say speed, networking. It's how do you get to know each other when it's speed network? Do you give them 30 seconds and that's it?
Well, we've changed it up a little bit. Okay. I usually give people about 2 minutes each. So if we were sitting across from each other, I would start the timer, and so you would get 2 minutes to talk, and then I would get 2 minutes to talk, and then we would switch. So everybody moves up and down the rows, that type of thing, so that you do eventually get to meet everybody in the room.
Well, that's
what I like,
That's better.
And it's a cross-reference of two people. You might have somebody that can't speak to somebody face-to-face, and they're right across from somebody that they do speeches for a living. So you're actually getting the experience of talking to somebody that knows how to talk. And you're brought out of your shell, and It's very interesting.
Now,
watch
do you
people
have
change.
any speakers at this, or?
We've had a couple of different speakers, yes, we
Okay,
have.
but
and
that's not your format?
That's not our format, no.
Okay.
We decided to try it for a couple times and see how it went. People enjoyed it. They got some information
Right.
on some of these other people that have been doing it for a while. So that was kind of nice, but that's normally not our forte, is we want to make sure that we give the people the time to actually speak to each other. And then the last half hour, we have it open networking. So if I had met you in our 2 minutes each, and I wanted to set up a one-on-one appointment with you, or I wanted to come to your facility and see what it's like, what you have to offer, that's when we can actually make an appointment then. So you've got time to make appointments with different people and set those appointments, and not just doing that speed thing and then everybody leave the room and you're like, oh, I wanted to talk to that person, they're gone.
Right.
So that gives you a half hour at the end of it to actually be able to talk to people and set appointments. So we changed it up a little bit and made it different.
Yeah, because the people don't, some are very shy, because all of our members, you get them in a room and you almost have to encourage them, go up there and actually introduce them to somebody because they're shy, they don't want to,
Hey, I used to be
not
one of
used
those people.
I can't picture you ever shy.
I was a very, very shy
Kevin, do
person.
you want to add something to that?
Oh, the shy part or the networking thing? As far as the networking thing, it is free. So that last half hour when people get to mingle, instead of listening to somebody sell them a package that they didn't want. Because most people, you go to a networking group, and all of a sudden somebody's up there going, for $500 we can do this for you, and we can offer you this, and you're not going to do anything at all. So ours is totally free, and people don't have a sales pitch. They're all waiting for it, but they never get one.
Oh, that's good.
So
No,
that's a surprise.
And
That's
as far as her
more.
being shy, yes, she was shy as a mere child, but now she's changed.
She's not shy. She's not shy. Now, both of you, you do so much community work, then you have StorageWest, then you are raising grandchildren.
Yes, we have 2
Oh,
grandchildren.
yes.
We're raising 3 and 6 years old. What a handful.
How do you manage to, now that you've been away from raising your own children, how do you guys manage to go out there and now you've got grandchildren that are how old, 3 and 6?
3 and 6, yes.
That is like starting all over again.
It
That
is. That's why I've lost all this weight.
How do you project that into your daily workload?
We usually start work at 7 because the kids go to preschool. Well, our granddaughter goes to preschool and our grandson goes to safekeep before school. So we usually start at 7 in the morning, and either doing paperwork, that type of stuff, a lot of computer stuff, setting appointments, and then we work until 5. We go ahead and just close down at 5. So we've cut out a lot of the evening events. We do just maybe 1 or 2 evening events a month, and we just kind of like cut those out because we want to spend time with our grandkids. We want to make sure they have a happy, healthy family life environment, that type of thing. We have taken them with us to different places, and they've got to meet some different people, and they're getting over their shyness. So they're actually starting to interact with people and getting to know some of the people that we know, and I think it's important. So we introduced them to Barbara Sacassi, the Secretary of State. We introduced them to presidents of the chambers, that type of thing. We were at an event with the Latin Chamber, and a lot of dignitaries were there, and it was really great, and they were just shaking hands with everybody and saying hi, and I think that's great for them. It's a good experience for them to get out there and not be shy and hanging out. Like I was that shy girl, I would be hanging behind my mother's skirts, you know, like, hide me, Mom, I don't want to talk to these people. And I didn't want my grandchildren like that, so.
You know, it's very interesting because one of our other board members is in the same situation. So that seems to be the norm today.
It is.
Unfortunately, it is,
I thought the kids were going to stay home and be under your feet for many years, till 35, 40. But now it seems like it's reversed where, you know, we have Bernice, one of our
Right.
members. She, again, is raising teenagers.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that.
I don't know how you handle teenagers.
Three and six are a handful, but we did find in all the classes we had to take to become foster parents, the normal age group is ours. There's not hardly anybody under, say, 40, 50 years old. Everybody is 60, 70 years old that are taking on these kids, and it's because they don't want them to go into the system. The system is
Right.
so cockeyed,
Right.
and you don't know what's going to happen to the kids. So the parents or grandparents are
You know, we found
Yeah,
though that
that's very-
Nevada has a really good foster kinship care program, that they really look at the people that are going to take those kids in. And everybody that we've met so far and talked to have been absolutely excellent. They've been well trained, that type of stuff. They don't have the incidents like I read about in other states where there's problems and kids are getting abused by their foster parents, that type of stuff. And we just didn't want that for our grandchildren, so we elected to take them in, you know.
Yeah,
And,
we were very
everything.
lucky because when my son got divorced, my granddaughter was only like 5 years, 6 years old, and it was very difficult for her because her mother's from Indonesia originally, and when they divorced and stuff, they had to come live with us. We got the kids back and the grandchild, but yeah, they lived with us for a while and in and out because again, they can't make it on their own too much. Because it's even as a single parent, they were in California.
Yeah,
So in California, it's a little hard.
very hard.
And they had to come back and live with us here. And she did that for and it's tough because, and it's a good thing, because my husband happens to be left-handed. My granddaughter is left-handed, everybody else is right-handed. So Norm got to do her little math.
that's nice.
So again,
Yeah, I think our granddaughter's going to be left-handed because I hand her a pen and it's on the left hand.
Yeah.
And I try to put it right in the back of the right hand, it's back in the left
Yeah,
hand. You know.
and the word to the wise, don't ever change them, because
Yeah.
they tried to do that, my husband went to Catholic schools, and they tried to do that to him. And
That's what they did to Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin was originally
No.
writing left-handed, and they smacked his hand, said, no, you have to write with your right hand, and
nope,
he still does everything with both hands.
Norm's totally left-handed, and my granddaughter totally left-handed, so, so it's very interesting.
That's something that isn't allowed nowadays when you have children. You're not allowed to hit them or really punish them the ways we were as children.
Yeah,
And it makes it more difficult. But now StorageWest did step in there 2 weeks ago and told us to knock off all of our evening events and concentrate on the kids when it's after hours.
oh, that was good. That's good for a corporation to be able to do that.
You know, well, they've known over the years, we've worked so many days from sunrise to
You
the
do,
moon
yeah.
going down.
You guys
So
are the
like
most
10 o'clock at
dedicated.
night, we're working, you know,
So
from 6 in the
now
morning
we've
till
cut
10
it
in the
back,
night.
like she said, maybe 2 events a month. Because some of the expos, you have to go at night. They're just
Yeah.
too important to skip. And so we do have great help there. We have the previous foster parents who step in and take the kids.
And what else do you guys have coming up that we need to know, that we can get to the viewers?
Well,
Outside of your event that you have every month, that's the 29th
Right.
of October?
I think it's the 30th. It's the
Oh,
last
30th.
Tuesday.
Last
Yes,
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I think it's the 30th of October.
Las Vegas does have a lot of things for kids. You know,
Yes.
they are really kid-friendly. They weren't when I first moved here 25 years ago.
We moved here 30 years ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't kid-friendly.
But they are now. No, I'm very happy about that. They got all kinds of parks and everything else, and all the kids love it, and they go out there, and then they have you now. So they can go, now you can go out there with them.
Yes.
Thank you both for coming today, and we will see you next time.